Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to today's FIFA 20 video. This is the career mode deep dive of the pitch notes that they are finally releasing. Now I know a lot of you are interested in career mode. I personally have stayed away from it recently because I feel like it has been the same year after year and they really haven't been changing much. So we're really hoping that today is going to be the day where we read these pitch notes and a lot of stuff is changing. We're going to quickly see if EA tweeted as well, but Zaro is the one that has just come out with it. Here it is. So, new features in FIFA 20 career mode. Manager customization, morale management, dynamic player potential. Check them all out. Please don't be a 404 error. Okay, shape the future of your club to your vision with new innovations in the most authentic career mode to date. Please be good. I really want the hype for career mode to be good this year because, again, last few years it's just been a bit dead. So give us something that's really sick. People have been wanting news for this for so long, and they've actually delayed this release of news, so hopefully it's worth the wait. Your manager, your look. Create and customize your manager with more options than ever before. Change body type, skin tone, clothing, and hairstyles, and create female managers for the first time in FIFA. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I feel like we did have this kind of thing. It's fine. Every decision has a consequence. From press conferences to squad rotation, the choices you make in FIFA 20 career mode have a direct impact on your team's morale and performances. So what they've done, I guess, is taken stuff from the journey, obviously where you were Alex Hunter or whatever, and you got these post-match interviews and stuff like that, and you made choices, and it made your heat go up with the fans, but maybe the club weren't happy with you and stuff like that. That's been moved away from the journey, which obviously doesn't exist now, into career mode. So it will be very interesting to see how this actually affects things. For example, if you say something bad about the team, are they going to rebel against you? Are they going to want to try and move away to a different club based on your stuff? Is it going to be really helpful to say good things about the players? Or are you then going to be seen as a pushover and they're going to just keep asking like, oh, you think I'm great? Give me a better contract. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Now, we also have manager morale. Rotating. Your starting 11. Rotating, I assume. Shortlisting transfer targets. Managing wage expectations. Every choice you make affects your squad's morale, form, and even their overall ratings. Ratings not final. Okay. So I guess if you move Hazard from left wing to right centre mid, maybe his rating drops significantly. Face the media. Inspire your team with the answers you give in new interactive press conferences before and after key moments in your season. Again, my one issue with the journey was that I don't feel like these decisions that you could make really impacted enough on the journey itself. So hopefully now in career mode, by bringing these changes in, they do actually have an impact, and it'll potentially change the way that you play and also the decisions that you make in your managerial career. Player conversations. Ramos, greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome at Real Madrid. Oh, thanks, Sergio. Appreciate that. Keep your team spirit and manager rating high by discussing your players' concerns and solving their problems in one-to-one chats. So, what? You're no longer going to get an email from Ramos saying, hey, you didn't play me in this pointless preseason friendly. Am I not important to you? Like, hopefully you can just say, shut up, mate, okay? It's a preseason game. You're going to be playing every game in the season. Excited about the future. We've got work to do. Nice to meet you. So again, I hope that this actually has a decent impact, I guess, on the players' morale and maybe the squad morale as well. Maybe you can just butter up a certain play. You fancy them a little bit? Yeah, let's be nice to those. Unrivaled authenticity with more than 30 official leagues, 700 plus teams, 17,000 plus authentic players, and 90 licensed stadiums from across the globe. FIFA 20 career mode gives you unparalleled levels of authenticity. So this image actually got leaked a while ago. Or did they actually reveal it? I'd love to tell you if it would load. However, doesn't look like it's going to work. let's get back to it. League-specific themes. Enjoy immersive experiences as some of the most played leagues within career mode with dynamic UI reflecting the authentic branding of the Premier League, Bundesliga, Liga, Liga Santander, MLS, and the Champions League and Europa League. So they haven't got Serie A, which makes sense with like Juventus being fully signed with pairs and stuff like that, right? Next. Well, yeah, so there's your Premier League branding, stuff like that. Oh. Champions League. Ooh. It's, nice. I like it. Like, it's something very, very simple that a lot of people may not care about, but I really do like the presentation that they have in some parts of FIFA. So actually having these different things is just that little extra detail that I'm a fan of. Turn performances into potential. Take control of your player's potential overall with dynamic player potential. The better they play on the pitch, the higher their potential will grow. Nice. Nice. Live news screenshots. See your best moments represented in the career mode news feed with new live news screenshots that highlight the memorable moments from matches you play. Not something I'd focus on. And then we have got... Wait. On the new Foot 20 features. Or... I'm confused. Oh, we get an error for the leagues and club authenticity. So this is... No, okay, it says Foot, but this is the career mode deep dive pitch notes. So this is the part that a lot of people are going to care about. I like the fact that if you play better with players, that their overall is then going to reflect how they play and stuff like that, not just like algorithms and stuff. That's good. I like that. Hey FIFA fans, this cycle has been an incredible busy one for the entire career mode team. Good to hear, again after the past few years. Alongside putting a lot of time and effort in the pre-production this year, we worked towards building a number of brand new features that focus on bringing more depth and authenticity to career mode. Good. We hope you enjoy the news we're here to share today. So, manage your career and player career, of course. Work your way up through the football world to go from a nobody to a club legend. And you can then become a manager at the end. Yep, okay. Career mode feedback from the community. We've heard the feedback coming from our players in the past years, wanting to ensure that FIFA 20 will mark an important milestone, not only for FIFA in general, but especially for career mode fans. Good. Strive to evolve and create experiences in FIFA that give our users more diversity and choice each year. Information below will shed some light on the new experiences we've been developing for some time now, and that we are working hard to further refine right at this moment. Interesting. Press conferences and player conversations. As we just mentioned, our main drive is adding highly relevant features that would represent an important step forward for career mode and especially manager career. This year, the new feature lineup is represented by press conferences, player conversations, and all of the intricate tools and logic sitting behind these features. Okay. So, before specific matches throughout the season, the club will be hosting a pre-match press conference. This is a great opportunity to discuss with the media about the team's objectives, plans for the next match, and status of players in the squad. Your answers will have an impact to players' morale, which in turn affects their performance during the match. Interesting. Now, okay, each player has a distinct personality and they react differently to being praised, motivated, and criticised, so you must discover the personalities of your players and choose the answers which will keep their morale high for the upcoming match. What I do hope is that it isn't really, really easy to just do the one-on-one conversations with each player and give them their specific style of praise or criticism or something that they enjoy getting, so that everybody has 100 morale the entire time, because that would be way too easy. I hope it's got a little bit of difficulty with it. Our vision was to breathe new life into the manager career experience by leveraging the huge amounts of data that playing this mode generates, build a variation of ever-changing stories that would surface to our players through pre- and post-match conferences and player conversations. Nice! These are not just general storylines that we put together to mimic authenticity. These are stories built based on player progress, which each player will be able to interact with and influence the morale of the team and their standing as the team's manager. Again, I feel like this is what the journey was, whereas this will actually be more unique. Oh, look at this guy. He's loving it. Absolutely loving it. The new tool was developed in-house by the career mode team, enabled our producers and designers to leverage this large amount of data and create an enormous amount of variations of storylines that are deeply rooted in the player's experience and your way of playing. It means the experience of each match will be treated differently by the journalists and will always feel authentic and dynamic, depending highly on the outcome, goals scored, opponent, time of season, or stage of competition, and more. I like that. That's good. Rather than the same thing being said no matter what point of the season it is and stuff like that. Okay? The tools we envisioned and built, as well as the amount of logic behind the stories, is brand new territory for career mode, and we're all excited for the fans to be able to enjoy and share their feedback for these added features. Press conferences, I really can't say that word, will represent the main venue where the manager will take questions and answer them before and after important matches. I can't talk. Newly built scenes specifically designed to be part of the manager career experience. Like conversations will mainly serve as the one-on-one interaction between the manager and players within the team through a messaging app-like interface. Within both, you'll be able to choose the way in which you tackle a large variety of situations and based on your methods, either positively or negatively influence player morale as well as your rating as a manager. Okay. We've got a long season ahead of us, Sergio. I'm expecting nothing but the very best out of you and the lads. And so Sergio Ramos becomes happy. Ah, isn't that cute? Nice. In the same way as with press conferences, the newly added conversations enjoy the same level of complexity. The manager will have to deal with a variety of requests from players as well as happy or disgruntled players that are trying to get their thoughts across. The manager will have to find ways either through direct actions or by communicating his or her stance in order to mitigate and solve these situations. Okay. Player morale system. All the features above would not have been completed without a lot of work under the hood. The player morale system exactly that. It makes everything work, basically. Morale will be influenced by a multitude of different factors: playtime, wage expectations to a player's performance on the pitch, how well the team is doing. Answers in conferences. I've messed that word up every time. Replies to players in one-on-one conversations impact it as well. Having a high morale will be highly desired as the player's morale will influence their attributes in upcoming matches. Okay. So, as you give an answer here to the question that the journalist asks, you say we're building a winning team, then the team morale as well as Isco's morale both go up. Manager customization. You may have noticed a manager in the screenshots that you're not familiar with because you can now have a manager avatar. Remember the limited customization options, but they're a thing of the past. You can now create an avatar that reflects your own style, see it reflected in game. You can change your manager's outfit at any moment during the season. Nice! Oh, so it is fully fledged. A bit like pro clubs. So they've basically got it in both modes now. They've really changed the avatar system, whatever you want to call it. I assume it's going to be the same in Volta as well, which we'll probably get news on Friday, would be my guess. It looks like we're going to have the same customization options in all of those modes. You can also create both male and female, this being another first for career mode. There'll be a wide variety of clothing items and accessories at launch that will ensure a deep customization. Experiences will range from this to that at launch. So does that mean that they're going to bring more out later on? Maybe? Career mode DLC? Potential. Live news screenshots, another area where we aim to deliver more diversity. We'll use gameplay screenshots showing key moments of any given match. Great news from this content. In this way, we now have the means to highlight memorable moments during a career mode experience that allow you to build and surface your own stories. League-wide themes, as we saw before. Basically, a lot more authenticity in certain leagues, including the Champions and Europa Leagues, like we saw before. So, La Liga and then stuff like that. Dynamic player potential. One of the heavily requested improvements to the way players develop through each season was to have their potential change based on their performance. Exactly. This is something that I wanted for a while. And again, one of the reasons why I'm not a massive fan of career mode in the last couple of years. This would potentially get me interested. Potential for players within your own squad will evolve over time based on the player's performance in the previous season. Scored a lot of goals with a young prospect in his breakthrough season. His potential will be even higher in the upcoming season. Kept a run of good performances going with an older player close to retirement, his potential will be higher in the upcoming season, which means that the decrease of his attributes will stall for a longer period of time. Good! Potential will decrease if a player hasn't been performing well in the previous season or he hasn't received enough playtime. So you must ensure high promising style that's putting the work to achieve their potential. So again, managing your squad and your team correctly in order to actually get people or players to reach their potential and gain even more potential is important. Very important. General improvements, additions, new negotiation environments. Rooftop lounge and restaurant that are now part of our lineup of scenes. Okay, again, just a little addition. Spot fixes and balancing changes, adding an option in the player actions pop-up to add a player to the shortlist and immediately go to the transfer hub with the respective player, saving time. Redesign team management layout to allow for easier player attribute comparison. Good. This is the kind of thing that should be in every game mode, not just career mode, so I hope that this translates over to other things like Ultimate Team, etc. This is very, very nice, and something that is a very welcome addition, because it's not the end of the world to like right-click on a player and then go to another player and see those things, but to just be able to do it without having to remember, oh, what was his passing or short passing stat? What's this guy's short passing stat? Having a direct comparison, very, very good. Nice change. Add an option to disable international management job offers at the start of a new career. Good. Increase the initial composure attribute values for generated youth players. Redistributed weights. Player growth between physical, mental, and skill attributes allow for more physical growth. Good. Improve distribution of ethnicity within a country when generating youth players. Nice, so you don't get the same regens over and over and over. Significantly increase the initial amounts of wage budget allocation. Interesting. Increase the player value of defensive players based on the latest transfer market activity. Good. To reflect like Harry Maguire and stuff like that, rather than them being super cheap. Fix multiple issues with leagues that split into playoffs after the end of the regular season. League objectives are now correctly tracking the playoffs instead of the regular season standings. Champion celebrations are triggered at the end of the playoffs. Good. Shouldn't have been an issue, but good that it's fixed. Improve the algorithm used by AI teams to determine their starting 11. You should see far fewer instances in which the opponent isn't using their prime starting 11 in important matches. I've always thought that this was a bit of a weird thing. That Chelsea drop Hazard and they play some youth guy instead when it's a cup final. What's going on? But makes sense. Register the number of saves to 8 inside career mode to address the feedback received from our players during the 19 cycle. And then the last few bits. Competition changes, fix multiple fixture congestion issues, good. Like, again, I haven't really played career mode in FIFA 19, but the amount of times that I've seen people talk about this being a problem, the nightmare. Winter break rollout this season, as well as the removal of the FA Cup 5th round replay, have improved fixture congestion issues in English leagues. We've slightly altered the authentic schedule of the championship by pushing its completion to a later date. Schedule conflict situations between championship rounds and European football nights aren't possible. Good. A lot of the congestion issues reported by the community were happening, with mid-league rounds happening at the same time as European football, which, although unlikely in the real world, is a common occurrence in career mode. Correct. Added the new format and schedule of the Spanish Super Cup. Good. Added sport to round down the points in leagues that split into playoffs have half the points, such as the Austrian Bundesliga. Nice. Updated use of the fourth sub in extra time to all competitions that support this new law of the game. Nice. To wrap this up, I want to thank all career mode players out there for the millions of seasons played and for the invaluable feedback they provided. Amazing to see so much passion towards football, FIFA and career mode year after year. While we're all very passionate about the work we're doing, career mode can only improve based on your constant feedback and comments. So the question is, are you happy with this? To the people that play a lot of career mode, is this good enough for you, or are you disappointed? I think this is a big thing, right? This is a big thing for me that I used to get a bit annoyed at. I'm assuming that this still isn't going to work. No, sorry, so I can't show you that. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments section down below. Are you happy? Are you sad? Do you think that these are really, really nice improvements? Do you think that they've missed a chance here to add something else to the game? What would you have added? Let me know all of those thoughts, as I say, in the comment section down below. But that is going to be it from me today. Hopefully you enjoyed something different today, going over career mode news, which is not something that I normally do. But hey, FIFA 20 is shaping up to be a very, very good game, no matter what game mode you play. So thank you very, very much for watching. Massively appreciate you. If you did enjoy it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.